Alright, welcome back to the Rocket Restorations YouTube channel. Today we are featuring a project in the shop that we are really proud of. This is a 1971 Dodge Challenger. We built this for our customer Austin, and he had a great vision with this car, and it is a hoot. It really is. So let me, I don't want to bury the lead here, so I'll show you what's lurking underneath the hood here. So, surprise, it is a 392 modern Hemi. We at Rocket Restorations here have never done a conversion like this before, and Austin contacted us a year or two ago, and this was his dream for this car, and it's everything I could have imagined. We've never done a 392 Hemi swap before. I've never done a modern Hemi in any of my cars, and it is just, this thing just hauls. It is so much fun to drive right now. I mean, Austin did a lot of the hard work. It had a 360 Magnum in it, a 380 crate horse. That was a very fast car, had the 6-speed behind it. He'd done suspension and wheels and brakes, and so it's got the Wilwood four-wheel disc brakes. So that's not stuff we did. That was all here when we started, but it really helps to complete the package of this car, which is just so much fun to drive. And we've done a lot of other stuff, but let me kind of walk through this. I just want to say, just give a shout out, special thanks to Jamie at the Dodge Garage. He works at Rocket, and he did the vast majority of the work on this car. Like all the custom fab work, routing, like, you know, we keep on seeing like, you know, $150,000, $200,000 builds like this on, you know, Barrett Jackson and YouTube, and I mean, I really think this is one of the better jobs I've seen. Just how clean everything is and nice everything is. Let me kind of walk through some of the stuff we've done here. So first off, you know, we didn't want just a cone air filter just in the engine bay, because then it brings in too much hot air. So basically Jamie fabricated this air box for it. This is completely something that we made. It is not, you know, something you can buy off the shelf. Jamie made that. He had a buddy, his bend the metal. We painted it. We've got hose around it, but it's not like a super tight seal to the hood, but basically what it's designed for is, you know, there's a hole there to bring fresh air in, so it should lower the intake temps by a lot. And again, it's not a sealed box here, but we're just kind of trying to protect it from the headers and the you know, the hot air from underneath the hood. It's got an aluminum radiator in it, and it had a pretty good gap between the radiator and the core support. And that's just, you know, it's just a way for air to escape. So basically he built that cover for it. And again, I'm not a huge fan of aluminum radiators around here, so it kind of hides the radiator a little bit too, but it looks real nice, and it keeps the air going through the radiator. We added vintage air to it. You know, we figured we're going this far with it, we might as well add vintage air. So it's got a condenser, you know, all these lines are one of their kits, and it really came together pretty good. This was a non-AC car originally, so you can see right there, that's the heater valve there, and then we had to drill some holes to mount their heater box. So it's their heater box that you mount in. I'll show you the inside stuff here in a minute. It had 3-speed wipers when we started. That's something that's absolutely necessary. It had the hydraulic clutch and the 6-speed already in it with the Wilwood disc brakes. Even has a line lock, which that's fun. We ended up doing a custom wiring harness on it. So it was a custom kit that we put in. You don't necessarily have to do that, but this car had a lot of modifications that, you know, the customer thought it was a good idea to do that. But as you can see, everything's real tidy underneath the hood here. You know, Jamie did a great job of, you know, it's not like everything's hidden here, but like everything's just put together really nicely and cleanly. You know, that was an overflow bottle that we had for it, and it was silver and just looked ugly, so we had that painted. One thing we really try to do at Rocket, like one of my biggest pet peeves, is when you look through a grill, you should not see anything but black. The Chrysler designers were big on that. We call it the cowl blackout. And when I see that on a car, on a Mopar that's been restored, that's just a giant red flag to me that the person doing it didn't know Mopars and didn't really pay attention to details, because if they did, they would have blacked that out. The grill wasn't correctly painted either, so the slots between the grills there were painted argent, so we fixed that. He got some custom emblems for it, so SRT, it's kind of neat. And 392 Hemi on the hood, you know, custom badges for it. You know, we did the hood scoops. I mean, we're not doing like, you know, OE correct on this, obviously. It's a Restomod or whatever you want to call it. But, you know, we try to keep stuff as original looking as we can and just clean up a lot of the little stuff that wasn't correct on this. Like, for example, this has the pretty rare chrome hood, the fender extensions in the hood, which is kind of a neat option. It was only available in 71 Challengers. But like, that wasn't blacked out. Like, you want the black out there. That's important. It's just a cosmetic thing, but it makes it look a lot better. All right, let me show you the inside of the car here. So here's the vintage air system. So it basically bolts in place of the original box. And it really went together pretty quick. I have a couple friends who have done these conversions and they recommended them. So it has the vents there they go through for the AC and the heater. And then there's one on the other side of the steering column. Of course, the pistol grip shifter, can't forget that. Underneath here is the Terminator, and which is what runs the engine. Because if you have a 392 Hemi, you got to have fuel injection. So it's the Terminator kit with that. And we're working on, everyone's asking, oh, how much does it cost? How much does it cost to do all this? And we're actually working with the customer, Austin, and going to go together and get a total on this, because we've had a lot of people ask that want to do a 392 Hemi conversion on their car, and we would love to help you out with that. It has the XV seat belts on it, which are kind of neat. Those two-piece belts are just dumb. Let me show you in the trunk here. Wrong key. I'll get it right one of these times. Here we go. So on the 392 Hemi swap, there really isn't room for the battery tray in the engine compartment. So we mounted it back here, and it's a real clean look. The ground cable goes through the floor there, and the positive goes through. But one neat thing that Jamie put in here is a breaker, and we also have a cutoff switch. So, you know, we're big on disconnecting batteries in the shop when a car's sitting there. We've had some fires before with that kind of stuff, and that's not great. So Jamie put a cutoff switch back here. So when you park it for any length of time or need to kill it, just like that, it's killed. And then we did a lot of sound deadening on this car too. We figure we're going this far, we're going to do that. So we did the firewall. He'd already had some done. We kind of went through and redid some of it. Firewall insulation, floor, you know, pretty much everywhere we get to, we did sound insulation. We didn't do the trunk, and he may decide to do that later, but you know, the whole point of this is to make this a comfortable driver. Austin's great, and he's going to drive the heck out of this thing. He loves this car. This is his baby, and it's going to see a lot of miles. It's not just going to sit in a garage. It's going to be enjoyed like it should. All right, let me show you behind the dash here. We did a lot of little cosmetic stuff to this, just fixing some stuff up. So here's the vintage air controller. So they give you, so that vent there is the vent. There's a hose that goes across, and then that's the controller for the vintage air. So this is fan speed, that's dash AC, floor heat, and defrost. And then it goes hot to cold. And then what I've noticed is once you hit the middle, it kicks the AC on. So from here to here is AC, and that light will light up, and then it works. The gauges are stock, but we have them converted to digital. Yeah, all interior lights work. Headlights, we changed all that stuff to LEDs. Left and right. It's pretty neat. Even got the even the 6-speed, the reverse light works, and it has the shifter button with all the gears. Away we go. Whoa! kind of neat touch Austin did was LED taillights, which are very, very bright at night. All right, well, this is kind of the wrap up on this project. We've had this, I don't know, 6 months or so trying to do this. I'm very excited for Austin to get back. And again, I mentioned earlier, just special thanks to Austin for letting us do this car. This car is beautiful. It's been a super fun project. I hope we can do more later. I mean, I'm thinking about doing one of these for myself. Like, this car is that much fun. It really is. Special thanks to Jamie at Dead Dodge Garage, who did most of the work on this at the shop. And yeah, if anybody has any interest in doing one of these, please contact us. Tom at rocketresto.com. I think, you know, everybody likes stock stuff. We're still gonna do the stock stuff. We're never gonna stop doing the stock stuff. But I'll tell you what, like, getting a modern drivetrain, making these cars have AC, handle, brakes, there's a lot going for this one. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to, if you like this video, please like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks a lot.